The Beyond the Fame podcast is fed by Lido Pizza. Lido Pizza never cuts corners. For menu and locations, visit LidoPizza.com. And of course, this podcast would not be possible without our longtime title sponsor, the Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in West Virginia. Rounding out September, entertainment includes Theory of a Dead Man on September 27th. Details and tickets at HollywoodCasinoCharlestown.com. Must be 21 to enter the casino floor and attend a show. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Welcome to the newest episode of Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. I'm your host, Jason Fraley, picking the brains of the top filmmakers, musicians, and artists of our time. Just a month after CBS announced the end of Late Night with Stephen Colbert, politics and showbiz collided again this week when ABC removed late night host Jimmy Kimmel for saying MAGA supporters were trying to, quote, score political points off the murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Kimmel's ousting ends a 23-year run in the gig, raising questions across the aisle about cancel culture and the First Amendment. I met Kimmel twice on the red carpet of the Kennedy Center, first when Bill Murray received the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor in 2016.
Bill Murray is perhaps our greatest American. He is beloved by all everywhere he goes. He's like a leprechaun. He's very elusive, but if you do happen to catch him, he presents you with a pot of gold. I don't think Bill Murray fever has ever really gone away. I think it's been simmering, and you know, especially guys my age, I think we will always have Bill Murray fever. I mean, there will always be guys dressed up as Peter Venkman for Halloween. It's just a fact of life. I'm thankful for, well, my family, of course, but also fried chicken.
Even before Thanksgiving, we have the Halloween candy stuff coming up.
Yes, we are going to encourage parents to take their kids Halloween candy.
If someone did that for your Bill Murray DVDs, which one would make you freak out the most?
Do people still have DVDs?
That's a good question.
I don't even know how those work.
Do you have a favorite role?
My favorite Bill Murray movie, it's very hard to say. The first one I saw was Meatball, so I have a particular fondness for that one.
Favorite quote in that one?
There's a very large pair of underpants hanging from the flagpole.
I met Kimmel again on the red carpet at the Kennedy Center when David Letterman received the Mark Twain Prize the following year in 2017.
I learned so many things from Dave. I think I learned far more from Dave and from watching his show than I learned from school, from any kind of class I ever took, any book I ever read. And I didn't even realize it until I started doing my show. And you just you figure out a way to present things, and it just permeates your subconscious. And it's a great lesson because, you know, for many, many years we were told, don't watch television, it's going to rot your brain. And for me, it was even more important than school. He's not the type that enjoys he's not going to bathe in the glory, and that's part of what we love about Dave is he always seems to be uncomfortable. In a way, I think it makes us a little bit more comfortable.
Mr. Kimmel.
Hello.
That's one of his personal ties. Did he give them to you because his beard just got too long and covers him up now?
Maybe that was I thought he was being generous, but yeah, maybe it turns out that he just didn't want them anymore.
Yeah, I think so. Your beard's a little short. We all know, of course, the top 10 is what we remember him. We don't have time for 10, but what are the top 3 reasons why he deserves this award tonight?
Top 3 reasons. Well, I need a band and a drummer to really make this effective. Number 3, he's inventive. Number 2, he's an original. And number 1, he's funny.
Awesome.
So I feel that comedy is getting more political. I think the world is getting more political, and as a result, comedy is getting more political with it. For the most part, it seems to be a negative. Yeah. It doesn't seem like we focus on things unless something goes wrong. So most everything that's in the news, I think, is negative.
You've sort of filled the Jon Stewart void in a way, and you probably didn't even mean to do it, but you reach out into the living rooms in a way that other late-night hosts don't. So is that something that you enjoy, or is it something that you just felt was important and you just stepped in the role?
Listen, people, when you make a career as I have, doing very stupid things all the time, at one time out of a million, you say something serious and people pay attention. So it's almost like a gorilla learning to put a shape into a puzzle. I look at it that way.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right.
Comedian Frank Caliendo, who replaced Kimmel on Fox NFL Sunday, had this to say about his predecessor when we spoke in 2018.
Fox NFL Sunday, I think that's when most people probably, at least nationwide, discovered you. And I think right before you was Kimmel, right? Yeah, they have a good track record of cranking them out. I feel like there was always that banter where you were ragging on Terry or Howard. But I assume you guys were really close off screen, even though on screen you were ragging on him.
Can't stand any of them. No, they're great. Terry, I mean, you usually got one joke per guy.
Yeah.
And it better hit, otherwise it's a waste of time. If you try to do too much about one guy, they'd start to feel like, well, what are you doing? Unless there was a reason for it that week. But if there wasn't a story going on in the NFL or something that was too touchy, which there could be, then it was just time to make fun of the guy. So they were always good about it. And, Kimmel would just needle them and rip them really hard. And they were happy when it was me because I was more cherubic and silly.
Ooh, cherubic. That was good.
Right, cherubic. And a Rubik's Cube is the number one Rubik's Cube because it's bigger and it's fluffier and you can have a lot more fun with it. I actually did a sketch with him years ago. When I was at Fox on the pregame show, we did Donald Trump running for commissioner of the NFL, and one of the jokes was, I've decided to run for president, and then I've decided to not run for president, and I've decided to not run for president. And now I'm not running for president. I'm not sure how many knots that was, but a sailor could tie it and keep a boat to the dock. That's how great it is.
I asked Caliendo about Kimmel again during our second interview earlier this year. So I guess you were at Fox NFL Sunday. You mentioned Jimmy Kimmel, so you replaced Kimmel 2003 to 2012.
Playing all the guys on the NFL and Fox was always great for me. Jimmy Kimmel used to bring me on and do Madden. The first one we did was Madden for President. It was an election year. He brought me on, and then after the sketch, he took a pair of hedge clippers to the Madden eyebrows. They were their own characters. Hey, guys, what's going on here? Aces of points. So, and John Madden hated that. But legend has it that after Jimmy did that with the hedge clippers, the next week, for the first time in 25 years, John Madden had his eyebrows trimmed.
Wow.
So we had
you take the razor and you go, boom.
Hey, that guy looks like he got hit by a freight train. Boom.
And Caliendo's successor, Rob Riggle, had this to say about Kimmel when we spoke in 2020.
Jimmy Kimmel did it for 7 years. Frank Caliendo did it for 9 years. And yeah, I love doing it. It's totally a blast. What Frank did, he's a savant. He is a genius when it comes to impersonation. I don't think there's anybody better. And so that was kind of what he did. He would impersonate John Madden. He would impersonate all these great people for his segment. And that was fun. And Jimmy, he focused on giving the guys at the desk just a hard time. And I do more sketch and character stuff. So that's what I brought to it. And I think it's been going well for the last 8 years. People seem to enjoy it, and I love doing it.
Finally, on a personal note, Kimmel was the host when I covered the Oscars in 2017 during the infamous envelope gaffe, when Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway accidentally announced La La Land as Best Picture before Moonlight was revealed the true winner. I'll never forget Kimmel's improvised quip.
Warren, what did you do? This is very unfortunate what happened. Personally, I blame Steve Harvey for this. I would like to see you get an Oscar anyway. Why can't we just give out a whole bunch of them?
I'm going to be really proud to hand this to my friends from Moonlight.
That's nice of you. That's very nice. Yeah.
Today, many in Hollywood are coming to Kimmel's defense after his ousting at ABC, including Ben Stiller, who wrote This Isn't Right, Gene Smart, who wrote What Jimmy Said Was Free Speech, Not Hate Speech, and Wanda Sykes, who said of President Donald Trump, quote, he didn't end the Ukraine war or solve Gaza within the first week, but he did end freedom of speech within his first year, end quote. David Letterman had an even more dire warning by saying, quote, we all see where this is going, correct? It's managed media. And it's no good, it's silly, it's ridiculous. You can't go around firing somebody because you're fearful or trying to suck up to an authoritarian criminal administration in the Oval Office, end quote. Meanwhile, President Trump hailed the decision, saying, quote, congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done. Kimmel has zero, in all caps, zero talent and worse ratings than even Colbert if that's possible. That leaves Jimmy and Seth, two total losers on fake news NBC. Their ratings are also horrible. Do it, NBC, with 3 exclamation points, end quote. That statement was posted on Truth Social, the social media app that Trump was forced to create after being banned from Twitter for instigating the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol in 2021, when he refused to concede the election, causing his second impeachment. And with that, we'll leave with a more conciliatory tone that Kimmel posted on Instagram last week, the day of Kirk's murder, writing, quote, "Instead of the angry finger pointing, can we just for one day agree that it is horrible and monstrous to shoot another human? On behalf of my family, we send love to the Kirks and to all the children, parents, and innocents who fall victim to senseless gun violence." Thanks so much for listening to Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. Our theme music is Scott Buckley's Clarion. Remember to give us a 5-star rating if you like what you hear. We'll see you next time.